Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Danny. If this is like a rough or choppy video, I'm sorry. I just don't feel like editing like at all because I'm very tired. So I'm gonna just let this run. So thanks for listening to my thoughts. But it's Friday. It's a Friday night, and I don't know when I stopped noticing when Friday nights were Friday nights, but they feel a lot less important than they used to be. And I just had somebody call me like, yeah, let's get booted and let's drink and let's go out. I had a couple people reach out to me and I was confused because I was like, why is everybody reaching out at the same time? But it's because it's Friday, which I think it's hilarious that like a day in the week dictates that we're gonna have extra fun. And I know it's based off the work week, but anyways, and don't mind me, I'm playing the Switch, so that's why I'm looking down. Playing Animal Crossing. It's a nice little game. It's the one thing that's been chilling me out lately, thankfully. But that said, so I noticed my social meter has gone down, and it makes me a little sad, because like, I'm extremely extroverted, but my tolerance for people and their nonsense, it's gone. It dissipated. I'm not able to put up with the same things I was able to smile through before. And it's really hard, like being in a smaller town. Sometimes it's hard to make friends with women because women just act the way they act. Sometimes it's hard to make friends with men because men act the way they act. And everyone who identifies as anyone else, it's hard to just... People are problematic. I'm problematic, shit, but... I'm just really tired, and I noticed my social media went down when I stopped replying to my messages, and I think a lot of people had that with the pandemic, but I stopped replying to my messages because those also felt less important. Not the people who were sending them, they're still very much important. It's just what they were saying felt like it wasn't, which is wild because my friends say some pretty vital things. They have a lot of exciting things going on in their life. But if it wasn't in person, I realized I wasn't able to do it anymore. But then ironically, the idea of like leaving the house to get ready to do things, I'm a homebody now, like I'm realizing, but being in the house is also making me feel weird too. So I'm like, oh, I should go outside and get some fresh air and do something. And then I go outside and I'm like, I wish I was in the house. If I'm relaxing, I'm like, I should be working. And if I'm working, I'm like, man, I wish I could relax. But yeah, so I realized my social meter went down. I don't even feel like the extroverted person I used to be. And I'm a Leo on top of that. It's a lot of high energy here, and I don't know what it is. I think it's a combination of like impatience and stress and just being very selective with the people I choose to be around and share my energy with, and making myself less accessible. That's starting to get to me. Like, some people try to force themselves to be less accessible and mysterious. I'm not gonna lie, I used to be like those people, but now I realize it's just kind of coming naturally. And I'm like, am I becoming more introverted or am I just exhausted? So yeah, I just came here to share that I feel a little overwhelmed these days. I think it's just maybe the company I'm keeping, and I'm trying really hard to be selective with it. But then there's also a part of me that's mad at the company I've kept for so long. It's like sometimes the sketchiness outweighs the good vibes, but you keep putting up with the sketchiness or the things you don't like. Because, you know, once you start developing history with people, you're like, oh, well, you know, that's just that person. That's how things are. But it's like, they don't have to be that way. They don't. You're allowed to be surrounded by genuine energy at all times. No shadiness, no tea, no sketchiness, none of this drama. I realize it's really frustrating because like literally almost every guy I talk to, especially with me doing what I do with like OF and everything, they just want to, and I don't want to be touched. I don't know what it is. I just don't want to be touched. I don't want people who want to have sex with me to have access to me, because you don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. And I'm not horny either, so you need to sit down and calm down. It's like piling through the people who just want something from you, whether that's pussy, whether that's time, attention, whatever it is, and you don't feel the same way. You're just useful to them, and maybe sometimes they're useful too, but it just feels like they're keeping you around. And that's another thing. There's the people that keep you around because of your potential, It's like they don't believe in you and your success, but they also believe you could be successful and they feel threatened by it. They won't support you, but at the same time, they'll keep you around for the moment you're successful. Like you're supposed to just, oh, hey, I won, so we all win. But it's like, maybe they didn't deserve to win too. And then there's the people that just have nothing going on with themselves. Like, that stresses me out too. If you don't have any type of like, I know it's hard with the pandemic to stay motivated, but if you don't have any type of like ambition, drive, dedication, any projects, any passions that make you happy, like if you're just existing, if you're just smoking all day, if you're just kind of running around doing whatever like a giant rugrat, you're stressing me out. I'm sorry. You can do that. If you're content with that, you can do that. Just don't do that around me, because now you're stressing me out, because we're associated with each other. And that goes for guys, girls, and anybody who identifies otherwise. It's just like a whole lot of nothing going on. But the problem is, like, those are the same people that talk the biggest talk about how everyone's gonna get rich and famous and live comfortably and take care of their families and take care of themselves. So much get rich talk, but no get rich action. It's so much talk, there's so many promises and just, you know, saying things that I guess make us feel good, but when it comes time to doing it, nobody has the discipline to put in the work. So unfortunately right now with a lot of guys, they just want to sleep with me. Not everyone, of course, I don't think I'm that special, but a lot of them, unfortunately, in my circles. With women, I have like a couple of good female friends. They're scattered around the world and in my city too, but sadly there's always some weird underlying aspect, and somehow I end up being a threat accidentally. And I can't explain this without sounding like I'm being full of myself, but it's like there are not enough women who are secure in themselves, in their body, their life, their face, what they're doing with themselves. They have not tapped into their full goddess energy. They are not secure enough in themselves to not tear another woman down in the process when she comes around. I've had it with close friends. I've had it with associates, strangers, people I meet and stuff like that. And therefore it makes it hard to like befriend other women. And I'm not saying all women, I'm just saying this is what's going on in my little town or whatever I feel right now. It's harder to befriend women just because a lot of them have this weird hierarchy and everything is a comparison or a challenge or a competition. And it reminds me of the episode of Euphoria. I think it was a special episode with Jules, and she was in therapy and she was saying basically the way women size you up and they put you on their hierarchy of how you compare to them, whether they think you're better or not, or you're below them. And I realized that happens a lot. That episode made me very emotional, because it's like there is not as many women on genuine energy. Like, y'all are out here fighting over it. For what? For what, sis? Being worried people are gonna like steal your man, or feeling like you have to impress people with your men. Unfortunately, I meet a lot of women who don't pass the Bechdel test, and for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically whether two characters in a story are able to go a whole conversation without mentioning a man. Yeah, I'm talking about small town problems and small-minded problems. Everyone just wants to be sexual and dream big and smoke. There's a whole lot of nothing going on, and it's okay if there's nothing happening, but my problem is it's always the people that talk the biggest dreams, are doing the littlest things to achieve those dreams. That's what's stressing me out. I realize that I am an overachiever and that I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I get very stressed out when I'm not around creative energy, when I'm not around productive energy, because it's cool to exist, but baby, we can't be existing 365 days a year. We gotta do something some of these days. Or people who are like living the luxury lifestyle, or they're stunting and they're pretending to live the luxury lifestyle, but they're not working towards the actual lifestyle. Everyone's out here lying and cheating and doing whatever and trying to appear to be a certain way that they're not. And the reality is, especially after the pandemic, a lot of us are struggling. A lot of us are struggling. And some of us, hey, the last thing on our mind is sex and whatever else, smoking and doing drugs and just sitting around talking about the big dreams. Some of us actually want to achieve them already. We feel like we're running out of time. We want to take care of ourselves and our families. We want to make a change in the world. We want to collaborate and create and make bigger projects. We want to see some type of results for our projects and know that we're reaching somebody out there. I don't know if it's a higher thinking, but it's like, it's hard for me to relate with a lot of people who I feel like, I don't want to say that they're not on my level, because I've met people on my level, but it's like, I don't know exactly what they're doing. And I feel like that's why a lot of them are struggling too with what's going on, because they're not really sure what they're doing either, but they don't have the discipline to change. They just keep talking about wanting to change. I started to realize that my social media was going down when I stopped replying to messages, when I didn't want to hang out anymore, when I got tired of smoking and chilling and playing games or watching shows, when I got tired of seeing the same crowds, when my tolerance for people took a deep dive and never resurfaced. When I lost interest in a lot of things, and it's the strangest thing because these days it's actually not my depression. I'm very hopeful for the future. I'm very excited and optimistic, but I think my social circles, or lack thereof, might be the issue. Or the new people I meet too, that their energy is just off, something's just not right. The aura is just very unsettling. I feel like everything's like weirdly competitive nowadays because everybody kind of wants the same thing. On the low, everyone's kind of chasing some form of clout so they can do what they want to do. Everybody wants to be someone and become famous or go viral or make lots of money. Like, those are the general goals, because we kind of all understand that life is easier when you have that. You live life in easy mode when you achieve those things. It means you don't have to struggle. It means your current family and the people around you don't have to struggle. It means your future family doesn't have to struggle if you choose to have one. It just means you don't have to struggle anymore. You don't have to survive anymore. You can actually start thriving. So we all kind of want the same things, and I think a lot of people feel threatened when they come across people who are overly, not even competitive. I wouldn't even call myself competitive, but just in overdrive. People who are really working. They say it and they're about it. So I think sometimes people just try to bring those people down. I've felt like a lack of support from the people around me. And it's really hard to be your own cheerleader. Because like, if you're in a stadium by yourself and no one's watching, and there's people just walking by occasionally being nosy and peeking in to see what you're doing and to see if you're still keeping it up, and oh, look at her, she looks so tired, but she's still going. It gets pretty exhausting. Yeah, and people aren't there for you until you're successful. That's when the stadium fills up and everyone's cheering you on. They don't see the long, lonely nights, or the nights like tonight on a Friday night where you decide to edit instead of go out or do whatever you needed to do to work on your craft. I don't know if I'm the insane one for the amount of pressure I put on myself. And it's gotten to the point where it's crazy, because like, I think I was depressed for so many years that I was achieving nothing, that now I know exactly what I want to achieve, and I feel like I'm trying to go against time and achieve all those things as fast as possible, because I lost so much time on the wrong emotions, the wrong situations, the wrong people, all the things that were not so great for me. I dwelled on them. I let them consume me, and now I feel like I'm here just trying to make things right. It's gotten to the point where even when I'm relaxing, I'm actually still kind of stressed out. Like, as you see, I stopped playing the Switch. Even when I relax, like, I think Animal Crossing's been the one thing that's like calmed me down for real, but even when I'm relaxing, I'm kind of low-key feeling the pressure of needing to do something, and I think that's just the society that's been created around us. To stay busy, If you're a content creator, you always see people just delivering content. You know, they have whole entire teams editing and doing their photos and stuff, and it's like, oh, I want to do that. But it's like, you're only one person. You have to delegate all the tasks to yourself. And it's like, I realize I'm having moments where I'll literally achieve something and then be hard on myself because I haven't achieved the next thing. I'm not like, oh, this is great, I just accomplished something. I'm like, what's the next thing we need to work on? Something has to give. And honestly, like, the best way I can compare it is like, I feel like everyone else is at recess. They're smoking, they're vibing, they're chilling, they're acting like they're already living the lush lifestyle and that everything's perfect and they don't have anything to worry about. They're outside at recess talking about how they want to, you know, have better lifestyles. They're outside at recess dreaming. They're outside talking about all the things they want for themselves, but they don't have the discipline to come inside where I'm at studying. I feel like I'm alone in a classroom studying for a test nobody else sees. And there is no test. Like, that's not life, you know? I mean, life is the giant test in a way, but it's like I'm over here head pounding, exhausted. Like, I've been up for hours just trying to figure out what the right answer is to getting what I want out of this life. What do I need to do? I know it's persistence and consistency and just being creative and just not giving a fuck. And I know it's all those beautiful things, but it's like I'm finding those answers inside, cooped up while I'm taking the test, and everybody outside is just dreaming, living their life, just at recess, enjoying themselves. But I feel like they have moments where they're outside and maybe they feel it too, where they're like, damn, maybe I should be doing something. Basically, I feel like everyone's chilling. It's not even that I want to be famous. I just want to be content and financially secure enough so I don't have to survive anymore. I'd like to make a change. I'd like to just chill and know that my life's okay and the struggle is over. No more paycheck to paycheck. No more figuring out what to do. No more transferring money between accounts or checking my account before I go buy a fucking smoothie to make sure I have enough. Like, no more of that. I'm tired of that. And like, don't get me wrong, right now I'm pretty good. Like, a bitch is actually not broke, but it's like I know there are always so many more things I need to handle, whether it's debt, whether it's working on myself, whether, you know, it's the dentist appointment I have next week that my insurance does not exist, so therefore will not cover. There's always something coming in life that's going to throw you off your feet, especially financially. So it's like I feel like everyone is like trying to get that like lifestyle they paint for us in the media because it looks pretty comfortable. Yeah, so anyways, back to my social meter. I realized that maybe it hasn't gone down. I think it's just gotten more selective, because a lot of people in this world either try to size you up or make you feel small, or they only keep you around when you're useful or so that they can feel better about themselves. But if you get too big for yourself, if you become the main character in your own life, suddenly, you know, it's a problem. Even if you're out here on really genuine energy, that's not the type of person you are. It's like some people will try to find a way to bring the worst out of you, to turn you into something that you're not, just so they can feel better about themselves and the things they've done or they're currently doing or not doing. And I realize my character has taken a huge toll in the last like year or so. And now I'm at a point where I'm scared to meet new people because, like I said, a lot of the guys just want sex, and a lot of the other women, some, not all, are secure enough in themselves to have genuine friendships and connections. Because at the end of the day, they're always low-key competing with you or challenging you or trying to chastise you or whatever it might be. And if you don't relate to any of this, well, congratulations. Maybe you have better social circles. And that's very lovely. And I'm happy for you. I'm working on it. I'm like trying not to cry because I'm tired. And I'm not actually that sad right now. I'm just kind of like, I just feel kind of weird. I realize maybe I am still a social person, but unfortunately I just need to be very selective of who I give myself to, because I find myself in a lot of positions where people try to break me or make me uncomfortable or make me feel less than or try to gain something from me or my potential or what I have to offer, or hope I could offer something in the future to them that they would enjoy. I realize that a lot of people are problematic and they want you for the wrong reasons, but that doesn't mean you have to give yourselves to them. And some people keep you around so they could hopefully stunt your growth and hold you back so they feel better about what they're not doing too. So I don't really know what else to say. I just feel weird. It's Friday night, and I've decided I will not be going out just because I don't always get put around the right company, and sometimes people are just not the right company for me, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that's what protecting your peace looks like, and I think that's what minding your business looks like too. I wish I had some weed. I've kind of been laying low on the weed usage though. I had somebody ask me earlier and I considered it, and then I was like, never mind. And they're like, well, that's boring. And I realized like everyone around me is just like doing drugs and doing nothing. Like, they're literally doing drugs and doing nothing, and it's stressful. Like, y'all don't got no type of hobbies, passions. Alright, I feel better. I just needed to get that out my system. That's what it was. Anyways, yeah, so it's Friday night and my social media is down selectively because I'm tired. I keep getting put around the wrong energy and environments and people. When you are a genuine person that's minding their business and protecting their peace and you're not problematic, a lot of people will fight to bring out a nasty side of you just because they need to see it. They need to make you an issue so they can justify however they feel about you. And that kind of sucks because it's like, let people live, you know? But anyways, I'm playing Animal Crossing. Look at my character. Can you see? Can you see her? She's really cute. She's supposed to look like me. It's kind of dark because it's nighttime. We're about to go to bed. This is me in the game and in real life. Don't judge my house. I just started working on it. Don't judge it, please. I want to make it super cute. Right now, there's not much in here. This is us. Ta-da. And this is us going to bed. Yeah. We're gonna get some rest because we're really tired. Actually, we're exhausted. And yeah. But yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, you could like it. I'm not really pressed about it right now. I just needed to get that off my chest. Feel free to comment below any like weird feelings you've had. I just feel so aware of my own existence right now, and I'm not with this shit. I'm not with it. But yeah, feel free to comment below. You're not alone. It's not even depression. That's the weirdest thing that's throwing me off. If it was depression, I'd be like, oh, I'm depressed. No, I just feel tired of people, of places. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to move anywhere new. Not right now. Not in the United States. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm doing stuff. I went to the gym today. I went skating. I had a really good meal. And I'm very grateful. I'm overwhelmingly grateful. Like, my life is very abundant right now. I just realized I need new social connections because I feel exhausted. And the journey to the top feels like it's getting lonelier and lonelier. But I feel like my journey is going to change very soon. It feels like there's a giant purge happening in my life. And it feels like the path to success is getting lonelier and lonelier. And the people you can call genuine friends that you can actually trust with your secrets and not feel like you're in a competition with, and they keep their energy. Oh my God, people who keep their energy around other people. You don't start acting funny around a man or another woman you're trying to impress or whatever it might be. Like, people who keep their energy. I can't tell you how many freaking, that's my biggest pet peeve. Don't start acting different because you're around new people, or people who have friends who don't have good energy either. Like, it's overwhelming. There's always something, and I know I'm not perfect, but like, or people who just want to disrespect you and hate on you because they see you're a nice person. So they literally make you a problem. Like, I can't tell you how many people have made me a problem, and it's brought out such a low-key vicious, depressed, stressed side of me where it's like, bro, I'm just existing. I had problems with my ex's friends. They just started hating on a bitch so hard. I've had problems with friends and how they act and how they keep their energy. I've had problems with strangers, and I'm just like, I'm literally just here existing. Like, there's no way I'm existing this loud and you feel this threatened. because I must be doing something great. I must be doing something perfectly. I must be doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And it's like, I feel like people are just so insecure in themselves, and you're allowed to be loud about stuff. You're allowed to be proud of yourself, of you, your body, your projects, whatever it is, because a lot of us go through life not being proud of ourselves and hating ourselves so much that we don't even want to be here. So it's like the moment that somebody loves themselves, overwhelmingly loves themselves to the point where they're ready to stay and they're here to fight and they're excited to see what life will bring. The moment you start loving on yourself harder than anybody else has loved you, suddenly you're lonely. You're very lonely. But it shows you that some people have a very conditional love, and they'll only have love for you if you're not doing either better than them, whether it's emotionally, financially, physically, spiritually. If they see you evolving and they feel threatened, if you have anyone in your life like that, if the shady comments start, the backhanded comments, the talking behind the back, the gossip, the energy changes, the switch up, the disrespect, the gaslighting, the manipulation, the narcissism, if you start seeing those things happen, please run very fast, because it's better to be alone than to be tormented. And it's even worse when it's under the guise of someone who has the nerve to call themselves friends. That's another thing, and that's a rant for another day. I'm really tired of being a virtual person. I do a lot of online work, whether it's YouTube, OnlyFans, The Hub, whatever it might be. And I'm tired of being like this virtual caricature of myself. Like, I want to go outside and play. I want to enjoy recess too. But I don't like the people playing on the playground. Like, I would like to transfer schools, please. Why am I so weak off of that? I would like to transfer schools. There are bullies on the playground pretending to be my friend. Thanks. Ooh. That just sent me. Wow, that was the perfect metaphor. That's so stressful to think about. They're pretending to be my friend and they want to do my hair and makeup, and then they're gonna go call me ugly on the bathroom doors. Ooh, stress. The boys are encouraging them, and then they're gonna laugh with them later and then have the nerve to text me asking if I want to hang out. Like, that's the type of energy everyone's on. I feel so much better. I don't feel crazy. I'm not crazy. It's okay. The world's crazy. It's not me. Sometimes it's me, but not always. Anyways, that's all. Thank you for watching. This is just something I felt like I needed to really get up and film. And I like recording parts of my life so I can go back later and be like, damn, that looks like it sucked, but you're doing better now, baby. Congrats. I was just talking to a friend about this the other day. But yeah, so that's that. I'm perfectly fine. I'm actually not even depressed these days. I feel like my depression has kind of gone away. Or maybe this is my depression in disguise. That's terrifying, but I don't think it is. Like I said, I'm actually really excited for a lot of things that are happening. I'm inside studying and everyone else is like, haha, geek, you nerd. But then the moment it's like you ace the test and you're doing very well in life, they're like, hey, can we come in and hang out? No, actually, I'm going home to mind my business. Thank you. I did what I needed to do. I studied hard. I put in the work. Y'all keep staying on the playground talking shit about other people and talking about how you're gonna achieve all these things in life. And don't get me wrong, the last thing I'm gonna say, I'm not downing relaxing. I'm not talking, this is not like saying that I don't like unproductive people. I'm saying the type of energy I have in my life right now is not it, and it goes beyond not being productive. Does that make sense? Relaxing's not the problem, that's the goal. That's the goal. We're all trying to relax. This life's hard. We're all trying to, you know, chill out. We don't want to be in survival mode. I want to be in vibe mode. Just vibing, literally doing whatever I want every day, whether I was productive or not. But that's not what I'm talking about. And for those of you watching this, you'll understand. And if you don't, well, maybe you're the people I'm talking about. Yikes. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. I'm gonna keep creating like my normal content. This was just a thing I needed to share. Happy Friday. Don't feel pressured by a day of the week and not having friends and going out and doing whatever, because like sometimes it's better to just kind of not really have friends than to keep certain company and energy around you. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. I'll talk to y'all. Stay well, stay alive. Stay clear of some of these people out here. They're kind of scary. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'll see y'all. Bye.